The following was a quick video on how to do a takeoff for linear fixtures using SureCount. Now the following drawing that I've used is just a simple office floor plan with basic fixtures, typical 1x4s, 2x2s, different downlights and exit lights and so forth. But here there's the linear fixtures and even some curved linear fixtures, and the example that I'll use is type B15. Now typically we're counting fixtures and counting devices and measuring branch, cable and conduit for feeders and so forth. But in this case, for the fixtures, for a linear fixture, we're also going to use the measurement for the takeoff. Now I've already calibrated this drawing using a 3-foot doorway, so I'm able to make a measurement here. Now to create the fixture, I'm going to right click, and instead of creating a symbol as mentioned, create a measurement ID. Typically I'm going to use the branch for the linear fixture, and I'm going to create a type B15 in this example. Just be generic and leave the description as B15. And now important to note that I want to put the fixtures, whether they be standard counts or even these linear fixtures, I want them in the fixture symbol group, and the measurement branch will typically default to branch, and I'm going to pre-select, and the tip and important to remember to reselect for fixtures. Now I'm going to use the slightly thicker line here and use the red color for my takeoff. Now down here in the bottom left corner, show this measurement on all drawings. I may have a number of different drawings in the project with these same B15 linear fixtures, so I want them to show up on the actual symbol list throughout all the different drawings. So I'm going to use that as a check, and also display measurement symbols and symbol bar. I'm going to show the use for that in a moment during the takeoff. Now simply save measurement type B15. It'll be moved into the fixture symbol group with all the other different fixtures, but this one is a linear fixture. All these other ones are traditional counts. Now in order to do the takeoff, now I'm going to start at the one end of this B15 fixture and simply click with my mouse, and at the other end of the fixture click again, and before I finish this one fixture, I'm going to right click and add and select the segment, and I'm going to use this segment for the power supply, the MC whip, and even the end adapter at the other end of this linear fixture. But in order to make the next measurement, in order to cumulatively keep track of all the linear footage, I'm going to right click and break the measurement, and allowing me to start somewhere else on the drawing instead of at the other end of this point. I can now start an additional measurement separate from the other one, but still have a cumulative total up here on the right. Now I've made that measurement by clicking that length of that section, right click and add the segment for the power supply, MC whip, and end plate. Now right click, break measurement, start again, and on this portion of the takeoff, it's a slight curve, and I'm going to use a segment method to just add simple clicks to emulate a curve, end at that point, and before I finish this section of the fixture, right click, add segment. Again, I'm going to use the segment as a point of reference to use in my bill of material for power supply, end plate, and MC whip and so forth for the individual specifications for this fixture and mounting. Now one more time, right click, break measurement, start at the end of this fixture, just a slight curve to this one, not as many segments, end at this point, come back to the end or starting point, right click, segment, and I can now stop the action where I'll have just under 73 linear feet of fixture, B15 fixtures in the linear footage, but there's also 4 segments that I can now use for the bill of material, for the power supply, MC whip, and end adapter as well. So that's the end of part 1 of this demonstration on how to do a takeoff for linear fixtures. Part 2 is on using IntelliBid to actually create a quick temporary assembly and bill of material for this linear footage and segments in this demonstration.